My name is Dennis. I am farmer based in Joro, basically doing organic farming. So this is start. We start from here, this point, where we have introduced cows from last year around June. We are looking forward to doing dairy farming, a serious dairy farming, and whereby we'll be having an ATM, a milk ATM that is able to produce fresh milk to our locals. And so we are just starting. We are looking forward to upscaling. We introduced more dairy cows for our local markets. So welcome to the farm. On this point, we have rabbits. We keep rabbits purposely for urine, and rabbit urine is very rich in ammonia, and it's also used as the best organic insecticide, the best organic liquid manure, the best organic foliar, and also rabbits. They are rich in they are they, pro, they provide us with meat. That is the white meat, very safe for most people. It is very safe for our health. And so we are working with the local breeds. We have several. As you can see, they are nursing. And what we feed them on weeds. Which one? The ones that we collect from our farm. That's the point where we collect our urine. We dispose it to our locals. They buy them for their kitchen gardens. Mostly we dispose them at some amount per liter, which is very negotiable for our locals. Now we proceed to the section where we have our sheep, our goats, the small animals. This is a section where we keep our sheep. We are mostly dealing with local sheep and some mixture of the locals. We are still growing. So this is a section where they sleep. It is now after the morning cleaning, and we have this area, the holding yard, where they come, sleep, bask. They bask because the sun is very healthy for them. So these are their cages. This is where they sleep. It is now after the cleaning, the morning cleaning. When it comes to sheep, they have the best manure. Sheep, they consume a lot of feed, so they produce very, very much manure, and they are hardy. According to the region that we are in, sometimes it gets so dry, and the only animals that do better are our sheep. So our sheep, we introduced them some years back. We started with 19, and as we speak now, we've grown to more than 70. And this is the sleeping area for our cattle, for our cows. This is where they sleep for security purposes. But when it comes to feeding time, they go outside where they have the bath for the whole day. They enjoy their feeds from there. And this is just the holding yard where they sleep at night for security purposes. And now on this section, we have our dairy goats. We have around 20 dairy goats. We have around 20 dairy goats. We have divided them into sections. For a matter of fact, goats are very naughty. They are not communal. They like fighting. So there's a way we segregate them into different sections. So feeding time not yet for them. They are still enjoying the morning hours. I feed on super napier that we've grown in our farm, and we have grown it organically using their manure. Whatever they produce as manure is what we use. First of all, we have to increase the numbers of manure because we are purely doing organic farming. So we have a compost pit. We are going to that section. We have a compost pit whereby we use this manure, we are able now to make more and more organic farming that is able to sustain us in our farming. Where we grow Super Napier, we have the Brachialia from this corner, and we're also introducing some Desmodium. Desmodium, as you know, it is very rich in proteins. So on the side of the goats, as you can see, the cages are raised. Goats, they like living in high places. It is raised about 1.5 feet for efficient cleaning. As you can see, they sleep on raised cages where we have timber, and it is well spaced to allow the droppings to go through. And for goats, that is why we raise this. It is for the way goats are. To avoid diseases, they are very prone to pneumonia and what have you. So we raise them to avoid that excessive cold. And on this point, the way we have raised it, it is to be able to have a proper cleaning down there. It becomes very efficient. Now in this section, we have our shaft cutter, which we use to. This is where I call it the kitchen of the farm. This is how we prepare our feeds. The Super Napier, we collect it from the farm, we come chop it here. So we do like cut and feed. We come and chop here. This is what we feed on our livestock, the one that we have here. In this section, now I say this is where the magic comes from. Because with now the organic manure in numbers, you're able to grow our own feeds, you're able to grow our own food, and we're able to we have somewhere where we are able to recycle now the waste. You see, whatever they have eaten, and they have the leftovers. We come here, we make them manure, we recycle it, and we use it to make now the compost manure mixture with this. And then here we have a septic point, a septic tank. This is purely the urine from our cows, the urine from our goat, and the urine from our sheep. So when we want to use this one, we go and collect 2 buckets of rabbit manure. We incorporate here for 3 days, and now on the third day you find this composition which is just boiling. So this is what we use as our organic foliars, the urine. It is liquid fertilizer, best used as the insecticides. So we don't use any form of chemicals. Now this is the magic of the farm. This is the magic of the farm. And so this is the point. From this point, surprisingly, we are sitting on a 2-acre land where we are able to have over 70 sheep, 20 goats, and we are looking forward to having 15 cows, dairy cows, and we are able to sustain ourselves with the from this portion where we have planted our Super Napier. So on this section, as you can see, we have put some terraces. We have a model. There's a way we operate now with the terraces, the Super Napier in the terraces, whereby you find with mature Super Napier like this one, our livestock, they're able to feed for about 3 days. So there's a cycle. We use a cycle. So as you can see from this point, after we have cut our napier and fed to animals, then we come and we are able to do the weeding, and we apply now the organic manure. We apply now the manure from our compost. From this is where we do it. So after every cutting, we do weeding, and we do some sort of digging to allow incorporation of the manure. Oh, so the green you see around here, when it comes, it is sustained even on the dry seasons. You have surplus feeds for animals. So these are this is where we have our fish pond. We do catfish, and so on this point, this is where we have our fish pond. It is rain fed. The gutters you see from the for our livestock cages is what feeds water on this place. And this place is around 9 feet down, and with a length of 34 and a width of 10 meters. And so on this point you can see the green plantation on the water. This is what we call the azolla. Azolla is very beneficial when it comes. It does magic, because with azolla it is food for our fish, very rich in protein for our poultry. And azolla being green, so it carries out the process of photosynthesis. And in the process of photosynthesis, oxygen is released. That hence oxygenating our water, best for our fish. And also during photosynthesis, CO2 is absorbed. So it is able now to keep our water very healthy and very well aerated for our fish. And so we use it for poultry. We mix with other commercial feeds. It is able now to boost the green matter with our poultry. And so also with Azolla, it provides cover. So we are not you don't even bother with putting now a net to avoid the predators, because it is offering a coverage so that the predators like the kingfishers, they are not able now to notice our fish here. Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. We go to our water point, because when it comes to agriculture, water is a key point. So on this end, we have our tanks where we store our water. These are rainwater, rain fed. We collect rainwater, water harvesting, because at some point in this region, it gets so dry. Our water becomes a challenge. Water supply becomes a challenge. So we decided now to have this storage of water, rain fed. When the rain seasons come here, when the rain season are in, it rains very well. So we have to harvest water for storage for the dry seasons. So here is our dogs. Here are our dogs. These are for security purposes. At this point, we have displayed what we're already doing on the ground, and we want to upscale to be able to engage more women, more youth, for the challenge that we have in our society: joblessness, the crime, high rates of crime because of unemployment. And at this point, I would want to ask for support from donor support for us to upscale, and we will be able to transform this society. We'll be able to feed the society with healthy food that is organically grown. We'll be able to run away from incidences of occurrence of cancers for consumption of chemically grown foods. We are ready to change. If we have that funding, we are going to transform the society within as fast as possible. Thank you.